goodness, we did get some snow. Wow, look at that. But at least it's stopped now. Well, looks like they scraped the roads too, so the roads look pretty good, I'm hoping. So I've still got 100 miles? I don't remember now. 150 miles left? I can't remember, but anyway, still got a little ways to go this morning. I'm gonna run in here after I finish getting myself dressed and probably wash my face. I'm gonna try to get on down the road, and hopefully the roads will be good all the way to where I'm going. So let's hit the road. You ready? Got quite a bit of snow. We got more snow than I thought we did. I could probably not scrape this and just let the wind blow it off. Look how light and fluffy it is. But I don't want to create a storm behind me of snow blowing everywhere and cause somebody else not be able to see what's going on. That wouldn't be good. So I'm going to get most of it off. I'll let the wind take care of the rest. Bluffs, Iowa. And I drove a little over 200 miles today. I may just call it a day. I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to check my mileage. I got to be there in Pennsylvania Monday morning. So, you know me, I don't usually like to drive 500-600 miles plus per day. So I kind of wanted to get a little bit further down the road today, but I may just have a long day tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty, it's time to go do some laundry. And I've got a boatload of change. I keep my spare change in this Tupperware bowl. And usually, by the time laundry day rolls around, I have plenty of quarters. The problem is, I want to wash my sheets and my bedding too, so I've got a ton of laundry to do. So I hope it just doesn't take all night. It's still kind of early in the day. Sun hasn't even gone down yet, but a lot of these places don't have very many washers or dryers, and if there's somebody else in there already doing their laundry, it could be very time consuming. That's why I try to do my laundry on my 34-hour break, but I can't wait that long because I'm in cold weather and I don't have very many long pants. So I gotta go wash them until I can get somewhere to buy some more pants, because it is just way too cold to be wearing shorts. You ain't gonna see this girl wearing shorts in like 20-degree weather. I slept in this morning. I know that's gonna come as a real shocker. But we have 515 miles, I believe, to the place I wanted to stop for the night. So it's going to be a long day compared to the way I normally run. Yesterday, we logged 219 miles. And the day before that, we logged 157. So in the past week, I think I haven't broke 500 miles in a day. We're going to have to do this 2 days in a row. We're going to have to hit at least 510 miles today and at least 520 or so. I don't know the exact number for tomorrow. Today's Saturday, February 4th. And hope to have this on the ground on Monday. I got another load set up. It's just a small hop, and it pays pretty good money. It's going to make this one a little bit better because I'm going to look at the two together as one run, because the place I'm delivering this load to, I reload out of that same exact place, and I just take that 60 miles down the road. So that's just going to boost my revenue off of this trip, is the way I'm going to look at it, because I don't normally do short runs. There's usually not enough of them close enough together to make it worth my while. So this not so great run has just become a pretty darn good run, especially since most of the stuff coming out of where I was didn't really pay that great. So let me finish my logbook. I've already done my pre-trip and took out my garbage, and I guess I could do something with my hair. But get on down the road and see how long it's going to take us to run these 510 miles. I'm hoping to be done in less than 9 hours. It just depends on how much stopping I do. You know, I do like to stop a lot. A problem. I think my truck is low on coolant. Every time I would go up a hill, my check engine light would come on and it tried to go in engine protection mode. So I'm going to let the truck cool down for a few minutes and pop the radiator cap and see what it looks like, but I'm 99% sure that's what it is. 2 gallons of antifreeze in. I can't tell where the leak is. I'm thinking it may be one of those long hoses that goes to the back bump. because we had the shutoff valve closed at the motor all summer long, and I don't remember ever having any issues with the coolant, and now all of a sudden I got a leak. So I think that's what it is. I'll have to trace it down when I hopefully get to somewhere where the weather's a little bit better, but hopefully nothing major. We don't want that. This is not what I wanted to be staring at on a Saturday evening. Really stinks. Look how close I was to the next exit. You see that sign? That's like the next exit away. This really stinks. So, yes, I was low on coolant, but apparently that wasn't the issue that my truck was having problems with. So I stopped, and Steve told me how to check my fault codes for the engine, and it's given a code 51, and he's saying that that means intermittent power to the ECM. So I'm stranded here on the side of the road because I made it like 2 miles, I think, from the truck stop, and she died. Luckily, I got her off over to the shoulder of the road. Kind of scary, but anyway, I'm off the road, so now I'm waiting on the tow truck, and the shops around here don't work on the weekend. One of them closed at noon, the other one closed at 5, so it looks like I'm gonna be sitting here all day tomorrow, tonight and all day tomorrow, and wait until Monday to get my truck in the shop. This really stinks. Definitely not what I had in mind for my Saturday video, but oh well, it happens to the best of us, I guess. You know, this is like a roller coaster. It's always up and down, right? So today's just one of those downhill days, and hopefully the bill won't be anything ridiculous. I know the tow bill is going to be a little high in my opinion, but I understand it's the weekend and they're probably going to charge a little extra for their inconvenience. But stay tuned, and I'll let you know how it goes. Keep your fingers crossed. I know I'm saying a little prayer that this bill isn't something outrageous and I won't be here very long. So, talk to you later. Wish me luck. Been about an hour, and the tow truck guy hasn't got here yet. He said he would be here in about an hour, and I really hope he shows up soon because it is getting really cold in here. My feet are freezing. My toes feel like ice cubes. So come on, tow truck driver, hurry up. Oh my gosh, it's cold. Alrighty, as you can see, the tow truck is here. We're getting hooked up. So, next thing I gotta do is find a hotel. Wow, I really didn't expect my evening to go like this. Alrighty, I made it to the hotel. The tow truck driver was nice enough to drop me off, and he gave me a little 411 on the local dealerships. He said the KW dealership is actually open, or service department is open tomorrow. So instead of taking my truck to CAT, we actually took it to the KW place. So hopefully they'll give me some good news and get me out of here ASAP. You know, I was looking forward to getting delivered on Monday and getting that other short hop, put a little extra money in my pocket, but now I am kind of wondering what's next, so we'll see. I meant to shoot a little video before I left the shop, but I was so irritated after taking so long to get out of there for something I probably could have fixed myself if I would have had the time to do it. And anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. I'm stopped here at the Pilot for fuel, and since it's so late in the day, I'm gonna have to run all night. This is going to be one of those rare occasions where I'm going to be running all night, unfortunately. You know, it does happen sometimes, so. What can you do, right? I do not like to drive late. I like to actually be parked by dark. That's my goal. But since everything got so messed up, I was up late last night driving, so I slept late today, and it's late again. I'm parked for the night. But I have good news. My broker called and said he had found a load for me to pick up on my way to deliver this one. So I've got a little LTL going into Pennsylvania also. So it'll make up for the one that I lost because of my truck problems. So that's awesome. Yay. So I'm just going to crash and finish out my load tomorrow. I've got a reload. Guess where I'm going? I am going to Idaho. So haven't been out there in a while. I think the last time I drove through there was on my way to Washington. So I'm a little bit leery with it being this time of the year because of the weather, but we'll see how it goes. Good night. So we got loaded, and I'm getting my stuff together. I'm gonna go take a shower. I stayed at a little hole in the wall truck stop again last night, so I need to take a shower. I figured I'd wait till after I got loaded. So I delivered this morning, went and got reloaded. I just got fuel. I'm gonna take a shower. There's supposed to be a storm head this way, so I'm gonna try to get as far as I can before the weather gets too bad. And the way I'm going, I'm gonna drop down south and go across 70. I'm going to Idaho, but I'm gonna drop down to 70 and hit that, hopefully a little bit warmer weather. I'm hoping I won't hit the snow. Maybe it'll be north of me if I'm lucky. So I will show you what I picked up here in a minute, and I think it's pretty cool. This is the stuff I like to haul. And then we'll be on our way as soon as I get a shower. Yay, oh, what fun. Ah, pretty cool, huh? What you think? Weighs 26,000 pounds. Got a total of 6 chains and binders on it. under my truck. Another issue. I am sitting here in traffic. There's been something going on up ahead of me. The road is completely shut down. I guess it's an accident. Well, I mashed the clutch when I was shifting gears and the clutch pedal went all the way to the floor. So I just went ahead and pulled off to the side of the road. Luckily I got all the way off the road. Of course I don't know that it's done any good because everybody's just standing still anyway. I hope nobody has to get by me. But I found what was wrong. It's a broken hinge joint in the linkage. I've tried to jerry rig it back together, but my hands are frozen. I think I got frostbite, but I can't get it. I'll try again when my fingers thaw out, but I tell you what, it's just one thing after another this week. It's crazy. Okay, so my lighting sucks again. I don't think this will do any good. Not really. So I just got out of the shower. I have hat hair. I'm gonna step outside and let you take a look at what I got going on. I jerry rigged it so that I can actually use the clutch, but I'm trying not to use the clutch any more than I have to, just for stopping and starting. Other than that, I've been floating gears, which is funny because this is the first time I've ever floated gears in this truck. I've never even tried it with this 18 speed. It was kind of intimidating. You'll have to excuse the way I sound. I'm fighting something. I've had this cough forever. I'm gonna have to just break down and go to the doctor. I know I keep saying that, but it's kind of hard to find a doctor out over the road sometimes. But just gotta do it, I guess, or else I'm not gonna get to feeling any better, huh? So come on, let's take a look. Not sure how well you're gonna be able to see it, but see that linkage back there? I got it fixed, at least temporarily. It is broken, so it keeps wanting to come out. So I've got a bunch of wire and zip ties around it. So the first issue with my truck was a broken wire going from the battery to the ECM. If I would have just made it to the truck stop, I could have probably fixed it myself. But there's no way I was going to pop the battery box sitting right there on the side of the interstate and risk getting hit by a car or a truck or whatever. You know, the guys at that dealership that fixed my truck, they drug their feet. I really wish I'd have taken a cab over there Sunday and fixed the truck myself. I probably could have, but I didn't want to keep taking a cab back and forth. I was on the other side of town. There was no hotel nearby. And when I went in Monday to finally check on my truck, because every time I called that, like, they didn't know who I was or what I was talking about, I went up there myself to see what was going on. And the guy kind of had a little bit of an attitude when I first showed up. So I said, okay, all right. I walked outside. I opened my hood. I popped the battery box, I got out my gloves and my screwdrivers and stuff. Started looking under the hood at the wire coming out of the side of the motor where the ECM is. And I didn't even have time to do anything else, and they were already outside saying, hey, wait a minute, we're going to pull your truck in the shop. I guess they realized they weren't dealing with a company driver. You know, I hate to be jerked around, and it really makes me mad because I told them before they took it into the shop, I said, look, I got a code before it died completely. It's a code 51, intermittent power to the ECM. You know, I called Steve. He was awesome enough to look the code up for me. So I told the guys, I said, look, it's a code 51. It's not getting power to the ECM. I think it's probably a broken wire. I haven't had time to look for the wire. So what do? They pull it in the shop, hook it up to a computer to try to pull a code off of it and tell me that there's no power. They can't get a code from the ECM. Really? So they charged me for hooking it up to the computer, even though I already told them what was wrong with it. And guess what it was? It was a broken wire going to the battery from the ECM. So, not impressed with that shop. They charged me way too much for what they did, especially when I already told them what I thought it was wrong. And I ended up being right. All they had to do was look for a broken wire before they did anything else. Could have saved me money and them time. But you know how it is. They're in the business to make money off of you. So now issue number 2. A messed up linkage to the clutch. So I'm taking the truck to the shop in the morning, and y'all will have to stay tuned for the results on the next video. Unfortunately, it's the end of the week. It's time for me to post, so to be continued. Stay tuned. See you next week. Y'all have a good one.